Let's talk about indexing and slicing strings. Indexing is a way to reference a character within a string, and slicing is to grab a chunk of the string, one character or more characters, based on a start and end value and even perhaps a step value. For example, we could grab every other character or every third character, etc. So let's first talk about indexing. And we see in this graphic here that each character in a string can be referenced with a numeric value. If we go from the beginning of the string, the first letter here, that is called positive indexing. So from left to right. If we go from the rightmost part of the string towards the left, that is called negative indexing. And we can use either one of those methods to reference characters within the string. 0 is the first character in a string. So if we reference the 0th position of any string, it will be the first character. It will represent the first character. And if we reference the last character, that's always with -1. And we just count forward if we're positive indexing and backwards if we're negative indexing. So let's take a look at that here in idle. If we say my string is hello world, and how we use this indexing is by referencing the variable or the string directly, and then open bracket, just a square bracket, and then the index position. So let's go back here. Let's say we want to reference this O from the leftmost part of the string. That's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. O can be referenced with 4, with the number 4, or the fourth position. But remember, we're starting from the 0, and that's how most programming languages work, is to start with 0 in these index-based variables. So if we say my string 4, that is the letter O. My string 0 is indeed the first character in the string. Now, what will my string -1 be? If you recall, with that is negative indexing by having a negative sign there, and that starts from the rightmost side of the string. So that will be D, the last character. Let's do a few more examples here. -5. That's W. So -1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My string, what if we want to reference the space? We'd go 0 for the first character, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With positive indexing, this will be the space character. That is the space character. Nothing, right? It's a space character. So that's a little bit about indexing, and this is just something you'll just have to get used to. And it's just the way that we reference strings. It also comes into play later on in Python in other data types, such as lists, and we'll get a little bit more into that later. But just get familiar with this. 0 is the first character, -1 is the last, and that's how it works. So now if we want to slice a string, in other words, grab chunks of the string, we can do that as well. And that is with this method of referencing the string, and then open square bracket, start position, colon, end position, close square bracket. So let's say we want to grab hello. It would be my string, opening bracket, 0 for the start position, and then end is actually non-inclusive. So we want to go one step farther than we need to grab. So we'll go 5, and I'll explain that here in a minute. But let's show you. So my string 0:5, start and end, grabs hello. So how I like to think of this is the first character you want to grab, and then just go one beyond the last character you want to grab, and that's how far it will go. Or you could think of it how many characters you want to grab. That might be a better way. So if we want to grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters, then we'd put that. So that may be a better way of thinking it. We can also add a step if we add colon and then step to this, and that will grab every other letter, for example, or every third letter. So we could do my string 0:5. Remember, that will grab hello, and :1 will just grab every letter, every position. But if we do my string 0:5:2, the step is 2. So it grabs every other letter. HLO. So that is a little bit about strings and indexing and slicing. And one thing to be aware of and to watch out for is out of range indexing. So what if we try to reference the farther than our string actually is? So this 12th index with positive indexing. What if we try to reference a position that doesn't exist? Well, it will throw an error, as we see here with that example. But let's do it just to show you. My string 12. See, it's an index out of range. There is no index position 12 in my string. So that's an error to watch out for. And that's, again, a little bit about indexing and slicing strings.